There we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 5:30 a.m. ab core workout. This is Dorothy back here.
Viewer's choice, might we add.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. There it is. Okay, so again, welcome to our workout. Drew, Dorothy. Super excited to be here. No one should be up
At this time of day.
ever. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the Q&A. So if you have any questions, type them in. Any suggestions, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear your favorite exercise.
So I'm just gonna check around here real quick to see check our private group here. And we're gonna get started shortly. Okay, so I'm just looking at the group here, and looks like we're having a little bit of issue finding this link. Here's the link. Stephanie, you'll need to click on this link that I'm providing in the private group. If you guys click on that link, it'll take you to this YouTube channel where you can watch. Good morning, Gloria. Thanks for joining us. I think we have Vanda with us, Louise, Hilda. Did I say Gloria?
Yes, you said good morning.
Dylan might be with us. Should joining us. Early birds, bring it. So, Dorothy, what's your least favorite ab exercise?
I love them all.
That's a lie.
Superman's probably. Core exercise.
You know, so should we do Superman's today?
It's a trap, I knew it.
Well, we're gonna have to show them what Superman is. Now that you mentioned it.
Great.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite ab exercise?
Penguins. Just because the name. Pretty sure I named it. Well, True Form Group, I think, named that one.
Okay, so just bear with us. We're just checking to see if everyone's with us. Dorothy, tell them about your CP or your certification training and the names.
Oh, on my client card?
Yeah.
So in our True Form Group, we make up names for certain exercises: fire hydrant, penguins, tipping bird. So on my client card, at my certification, I was putting all these names, and that's how I knew the exercises. And the pro trainer had no idea what I was talking about because it's all like funny names. I can't even tell you. It's like anatomical names. Like, what the heck? That was the hardest thing for me because I'm like, why can't we just call it lay on your belly? Why can't we just call our muscles what they are? Hamstring squats. But there's all of these funny terms for everything. So
I'm sure
and the instructor got a good kick out of the names of the exercises for sure.
I'm sure he thought that your names were funny.
Yeah. And the names of the stretches too. Oh my gosh. I drew some pretty good sketches for my stretch section. I could never remember all the names. So I just drew little sketches instead of learning all the names. Entertaining, I'm sure.
Little stickman.
Yeah, little stickman. In my cobra, he had a little snake tongue. Yeah, and my cat, I put little cat ears on it for the stretch on the test. He enjoyed that.
Can you check that real quick? Just to see if anyone's having issues?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just checking the group here to see if we're having any issues connecting. I'm not going to be able to connect them. I'd like to go 20 minutes pretty well straight of ab work.
Woohoo!
And I know some of you have to get ready and get to work. So I'm hoping that everyone's connected and ready to go because it's go time. I just want ab work. And I know some of you have to get ready and get to work. So, oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Are you ready, Dorothy?
Ready.
Let's make it rain. What do you want to start with?
You want to start with? Let's just do.
Double leg lifts?
Sure. That's not what I was going to say. See the names, they get me.
So you put your feet that way. Put your feet that way. Feet this way.
Alrighty.
All right. You guys set your timers. We're gonna go roughly 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. We'll try to go 20 minutes without a break,
Oh gosh.
or maybe 30 minutes with a few breaks. We'll see how it goes. If you guys have to, all right, let's start. And I'll talk. If you guys need to leave before we're finished, then you can leave. So I guess we don't really know when we're gonna end. 20, 30 minutes. And if anyone out there feels like writing these down so we can share them in a PDF later, that would be appreciated.
I can write them down.
So with this exercise, you can put your, if you have any lower back issues, you can put your hand under your hip bones. That's going to make the exercise a little bit easier. And it's also going to take the pressure off your lower back. However, you won't get as much out of this exercise. Now,
I got my hands stuck when I did that.
Okay. The other issue is, not issue, but suggestion is, so the higher your feet, the lower your feet go down, the more difficult it is and the more pressure goes on your lower back. So if you need to start at the top and go part way down, that's perfectly fine. Just start somewhere and slowly lower in reps. Okay, you can relax for a second there. You got one?
Penguins.
Penguins? Okay, so why don't you face that way? Put your feet that way. And I'll slide here this way. So I'll give a side view and Dorothy will give you a different view. You want to put your feet up?
Yep.
Okay, so a little bit more challenging. So let's exercise while I talk. So all we're gonna do is reach down to each side. You can have a slight hesitation in the middle, then reach down to the other side. This one with your feet up is a little bit more difficult. So Dorothy's gonna show you the more challenging one. Hopefully for each one. Just kidding. And this is where we're working our side abs or obliques. If you want to get professional.
Yeah.
So when we count these, it's each side is 1 rep. So this side and this side, that's 1. So in our explanations, if it says 10 reps, you go one side, the other side is 1. This side is 2. Sometimes we hear about some pressure in your neck. You can rest your hands on your neck, but don't ever pull. We're just resting and supporting. Okay, you can relax. You guys relax out there. You got another one? Right there.
No, we can do cross legs.
Sorry?
Cross-legged ones.
Go ahead. You want to explain this one? I'll go wide. So this one is a little bit easier, wide. Cross leg is more difficult. So I'd like you to sit all the way up and reach across. And sit all the way up and reach to the other side. I'll come this way so you can see. So Dorothy's doing a little bit more, a more challenging exercise just because her legs are crossed. Now, if these are both a little bit more challenging for you, then you can crunch. So just crunch one way, crunch the other way. That's perfectly fine. We want you to work your way up to sitting up. And then that one, as you'll find out, is quite a bit more advanced. How's that for you? Let's do 3 more. And 2 more. In this particular circumstance, I'm only counting 1 and 1. Good. All right, we're just about 5 minutes in. Hope you guys are doing all right out there. What's the next one?
Side sit-ups.
Sure. So why don't you go this way?
Like this?
Sure. Okay. So what we'll do is this bottom arm goes flat or straight, and you're actually going to push up on this elbow. So the beginner form of this exercise is pushing up on this elbow and just sitting up. And it's going to feel like nothing at first. Most times when I train this or explain this in person, people say, is that it? So don't overthink this one. You're going to push up on this elbow. It's going to feel like you're cheating, but you're not. In a few moments, you're going to feel you're going to feel a burning sensation right away. So in this situation, look up. You can put your hand up there if you need to. You're sitting up in this form instead of this way. It's not really good form. So Dorothy's doing a more challenging one with your knees in. Well, you can see her doing it. So if you're feeling like you can be more advanced, then you can do this one here with your feet in. Yeah, let's do the other side. So we're going to flip over on the other side. Try not to be on your hip bone. That's going to be a little bit difficult on you. So same thing on this side. You want to do the same number of reps. Now I'm not counting as I'm talking, but you should be counting while you're listening so you know. And then like in the other videos, I suggest that you write down your number. So the next time we do a similar type of exercise or the same exercise, then you know where you're at so you can try to do a few reps more. And what's really cool is, just relax there. What's really cool is to be able to see yourself progress. So if you're doing the first week, you're doing 5 of these each side, and maybe you're doing 10 or maybe you're doing 6 or 7 or a couple more. It's always nice to see that progress, and it's quite difficult to see that progress without writing down. You have another one?
Knees at 90, side to side.
Okay. Okay, so this one here.
Straight legs.
Okay, yeah. So this one here is called, I have no idea what it's called. So what we're gonna do is put our knees at 90 degrees. More beginnerish exercise here. This one's more advanced. So 90 degrees, keep your shoulder blades on the mat or on the ground, wherever you're at. You'll slowly lower to one side, just so you feel a slight stretch. Shouldn't feel painful. Discomfort is okay. You're gonna come back up at the top. Burning sensation, just fine. So, and back down and back is one again, is 1 rep. So down, that's half a rep, other side is the other rep. So the lower you go down, the more challenging it's gonna be. You can rest your head on the mat. I'm just looking up so I can see you all. Now, if you want this more challenging, Dorothy's showing you how you can do straight legs. And this is, you're gonna find out very shortly that it's a fantastic ab exercise for a whole lot of different reasons. So just do one more on that side, Dorothy. So again, shoulder blades on the mat, knees at 90 degrees, slowly lower down. If that shoulder blade starts to come off the mat, you want to stop and come back to the middle. Okay, I hope you guys are doing all right up there. If anyone has any questions or suggestions, I'll see if you can type into your question box and I'll read them off.
Bicycles.
Bicycles, okay. Which one would you like to do?
Not sure. This one.
Okay. So 2 versions of bicycles. Dorothy's doing the advanced one, and keep going. So that's what it looks like. She's sitting.
Talks a lot.
Just slide over. Slide your feet. Come this way so they can see.
Like this?
So she'll show you a side version. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
So as you can see, she's going to sit all the way up. More advanced. So she's going to sit all the way up, and opposite elbow goes to the opposite knee. Okay, will you face that way again, please? Okay, so the beginner version here is hands down, on the mat. You can lean back, then you're going to bicycle this way, straighten the leg, bend the leg. This is challenging as well. That one's quite a bit more advanced. So wherever you're at, we can bicycle like this a little quicker, or just straighten and bend. Wherever you're at, just try to get your reps in and do what you can to get this core work in. That's good. What do we got?
Straight legs up, cross.
Okay. You'll go give us a side version.
Okay.
So there's not two ways to do this one really, except for as far as you sit up. So Dorothy's gonna do a little crunch here, and there's her gonna sit up. So these are small movements, and the small movements are going to be quite a bit more challenging. So Dorothy's sitting, you can see the difference. It's hard to see a big difference in from her crunching to sitting all the way up, but you'll notice a big difference at home. So here, I'll do a couple of these. So just try to keep your legs as straight as possible. In this one, you're going to go across instead of straight up. She's reaching across. Okay. That's good. That one's a little bit more challenging as well. So do what you can with those exercises. If you need to, just keep your feet up just a bit, maybe not all the way up. That'll make it a little bit easier as well. Do we have another exercise?
Side.
Okay. So Dorothy's going to cross one leg over here, and then the opposite elbow is going to go to the opposite knee. So I'll give you this version here. We're just going to cross this way. So again, don't pull on your neck. We're not looking at any kind of motion here. Head up, chest up. We're always looking to go upward in most of our exercises. So we're going to do the same number on each side. No idea what we're at.
I'm not a counter
Have you
either.
started counting?
Nope.
2 more. And then we'll flip our other leg over, and we'll do 8 or 10 more here. All right, 3 more, and 2, and 1. Good. Okay, so what we're doing here with these different ab exercises is trying to target the entire core. So we have a number of different areas that we can target, from side to upper to lower, middle. And you guys feel free to grab water in between whenever you need. Give another one.
Plank.
All right. Professional name, transverse abdominals.
Oh boy.
You'll never use that
Ever.
in everyday life. Would you like to go to the gym and work your transverse abdominals?
Yeah, it's transverse abdominal day. Yeah.
So, will you give, what angle do you want to go?
This one?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so Dorothy's going to show you a plank here on her forearm. So when in the description, I'll say forearm plank. So the only thing I want to caution you on is lowering your back. So lower your back a bit. So that's very bad. So lift it up, lower it a little bit. Now, most people think that that's a plank, but there's still pressure on the lower back. And if you raise up just a bit, you can actually feel the pressure moving more to your core. So there's a lot of lower back issues in our society, mostly because of our posture, because we're used to sitting, not standing anymore. We sit at a desk, we sit in front of a computer. So we usually have lower back issues because of a weak core. So with these exercises, you have to make sure that those hips don't sag, because we run into major back issues when that happens. Now you may feel some lower back pain. If you do, drop your knees, Dorothy. And when you do, lower those hips there. So we still want this flat. We still want your hips flat. So sit up a bit. Now, if you need to, you can be up there, but understand that's more beginnerish, which is fine if that's where you're at. But if you're more advanced, that's not where you want to be. You want to be flat as well. So if you can, back up in full plank.
Oh, forearms.
So if you can, this is where you want to be at. Hips slightly higher than straight flat and never below. So if you need to, go way up there, Dorothy. If you need to, you can be up here. And you see that often, and that's usually when someone's having a hard time keeping up, which is fine. But I'm just saying that you want to be flat. That's where we're at. What do we got next?
Here's your pick.
All right, let's do a knee hug.
Oh yes, knee hug.
So knee hug, you go sideways?
Yeah.
So we'll give you two different versions. Which one you got?
I'll do the full.
Okay. So full version, this is knee hugs. We call it knee hugs because, go ahead.
Okay, now I'm not. Oh, sorry, I drew a blank. I do that sometimes.
So this one's called knee hugs because you're actually sitting up and hug your knees, please. Thanks for helping me out on that one. So you're actually.
That's why it's called a knee hug.
You're actually hugging your knees. This one here is a beginner, more beginners, hands down on the side. You're leaned back a little bit like the bicycle.
Oh, we didn't do those yet.
We can do bicycles?
I don't think so.
Yes, we did.
Oh, darn it.
So you can keep your hands down here, bring those knees in. And if you need to, just relax for a second. If you need to, take a break. And then we can do 3. 1, 2, 3, and take a break. And then there's 3 more. So sometimes within these videos, you can do your reps the whole time I'm talking, or you can rest in between or do a few reps at the break. There's nothing wrong with that. Next exercise.
Reach straight up.
Let's see it. Which one's that?
Maybe we already did.
Okay, so this one's reaching straight up. The last time we did this, you're reaching across. So make sure everything is going in a one straight line instead of across. We're working a different muscle group by sitting straight up instead of across. Just give me 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Good. So that one's a little more challenging. If you need to, put your feet up here and just do a little crunch. There's nothing wrong with that. When I say do crunches, all I mean is bring your shoulder blades off the mat. That's it. All right, so we got another one here. Drawing a blank. You guys have any suggestions out there? Let's do a plank position with a reach. So let's start. We'll do a plank position on our hands in this case. So this is a good core plank position. We're going to reach out to the side. Okay. So we'll have to do a different way so you guys can see. You can do that way and I'll do it this way. So if you're in your plank position, now you can be on your toes or your knees. Just take your left hand and reach out to the side and come back down. You'll take your right hand and reach out to this, just this way.
Oh.
Dorothy often makes up her own exercise.
Yeah.
Can you drop down to your knees?
Side. Okay.
So Dorothy, just drop down to your knees and to the side and back down and to the other side. You won't be able to see Dorothy there, but if you're on your knees, that's perfectly fine. Just keep that strong core and that flat level right there. Okay, let's have a seat for a second. We'll do another different type of crunch. Our knees are going to be at 90 degrees here, and all we're going to do is crunch up. So the only difference between more advanced is sitting all the way up. So for this exercise here, let's just do a little crunch. Just a baby crunch. So squeeze. It should be a more of a squeezing motion, and instead of a, don't try to get your reps in. You'll see that all the time at the gym. That's not what we're looking for. Just a squeeze here, small movement, and back down. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're gonna flip around. We'll have a bird dog exercise. You guys will see this in your programs as an exercise. It's still a good core exercise. Do you want to show us advanced?
Sure.
So everybody on all fours position, one hand's coming out, other leg's going back. And this is going to be beginner. I'm doing the beginner here. Opposite arm, opposite leg, alternate. And Dorothy's doing the advanced.
Sorry, I was having a mad issue. It's very slidey.
So do opposite.
Oh,
please.
sorry guys.
So if you can do this plank, some of you can. Many of you will be on all fours. It's still a good exercise either way you look at it. This is quite a bit more challenging. So do what you can with either one of these exercises. Let's do one more each side. Good. All right, you guys relax for a second. We're almost at the 20-minute mark. I have a few more exercises for you. So if you're still with me, stick around and we'll give you a couple bonus exercises.
Maybe you should talk about breathing a little bit.
Breathing, sure. So when you're, so breathing exercise, I had this question just at the gym the other day. And when you're exercising, you should always be breathing out on the exertion. So we rarely do a curl, but it's easy to explain. So if you're curling up, you're breathing out. So on the way down, you're breathing in. So it's no different when you're doing a sit-up. You're breathing out and breathe back in and breathe out and back in. Now that's going to feel backwards, but once you get the hang of it, once it becomes a better habit, conditioned response, I just talked about that on the radio actually, how we do everything out of habit. So those are going to be two things that will help you progress, whether it's running or lifting weights or doing these more full body weight exercises. It's very important to work on your breathing. So this one here, will you give us the, go on, you go long and I'll go on my knees. So this is called silent plank raises. And so my weight is going to be on this elbow, my left elbow, and my left knee. So what I'm going to do is push my hips up and come back down. So Dorothy's going to do the same thing. Her weight's going to be on her hand and her feet. So this is more of a full length plank. This is more beginnerish, more advanced. Now, if you are in between those two, you can, let me show, I'll help, you can see Dorothy a little bit better than me. So bend this knee, and straighten this leg and push up that way. So this is going to be an intermediate from my exercise to 100% on your knee. And then Dorothy was 100% on her feet, full plank. So here's intermediate. So she's going to have some weight on her knee and some weight on her foot. So this is a nice core workout. We're working our sides. So let's flip over and do the other side. So just give me 3 in full plank.
Okay.
Good. 2 more. And 1 more. If you guys have any wrist issues at all. So first thing with wrist issues, just relax for a second. With wrist issues, your wrist will get stronger. So a lot of times, I don't hear so many complaints, but concerns about wrists with these type of workouts because we're in planks often. So your wrist will get stronger. And if there seems to be more pain or getting worse for whatever reason, go do more exercise on your forearms. So I'll show you a forearm. We're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna put your pressure on your forearm. So straighten those legs again.
Full?
Yeah, full. And then go up and down. So here's the exact same exercise, and except you're on your forearm now. This might be a little bit, is this a little bit easier?
Yeah.
So this one's a little bit easier than keeping your arms straight. 1 more. Good. Okay, let's do the intermediate one. So intermediate ones, you're gonna bend the bottom leg, and you're gonna put some pressure on your right knee and on your left foot.
So forearm or hand?
Let's go on your hand. If you guys need to go on your forearm in this situation, feel free. Go ahead. I just want to make sure we're balancing out. So you always want to do the same number on each side. Now, if you have any kind of issue or injury, it's not okay to do one side because you'll have one side stronger. We have one side in balance, Then you're gonna start walking in circles. It's not gonna work out for you. And then finish off on beginner one. So all knees and hand. So let's just do 3 here.
And hand.
Yep. So here's 100% on your knees and then on your hand. So 2 more and 1 more. And then have a few on your forearm there. And if you need to, this is, I would say this is a very basic one, which is fine. I just want to let you know where to start. So you could start here and slowly progress. And 1 more. Good. Okay, let's do that Superman one that you love.
It must be 20 minutes.
So this is that Superman exercise. It's really good for your lower back. It works glutes, hamstrings, shoulders. So which way are you going to show us?
This way.
Okay. So you guys are going to lay on your bellies, and Dorothy's going to show you. It's a very simple, very small movement. I'm going to move out of the way a little bit here so you can see.
So he gets out of doing it.
So you're going to see a small movement, small motion. This is fantastic if you have any lower back issues. Now, many people that would have lower back issues, they'd say, well, I can't do that. And I would say, you should do that. So this is an exercise. If there's no, I'll explain that in a second. If there's no pain, there's a little discomfort, this will strengthen your lower back. And like I was saying before, we do have a lot of lower back issues. Just in our society, it seems like a normal thing now, just because of our lifestyles. So if you can do this, do small movement. Dorothy, do some smaller movements for us. So if you can do anything, you'll get more flexible. You'll be able to reach higher. But this is just a small movement. So you can see Dorothy's hamstrings flexing here. Her glutes are flexing, her lower back. And as her hands come up, she's also using her shoulders. So this is a full body workout. It's a great workout that a lot of people like Dorothy try to avoid. Okay, that's good, Dorothy. Let's flip over and do another type of plank. So this one's a little bit more difficult. We're gonna do forearms to hands.
Okay.
And why don't I just explain this a little bit easier, and I don't have to do the ab exercise. So let's start on your knees. So beginnerish, you're gonna start on your knees, and you're gonna go down on your forearm, and hold that for a second, then push back up on your hands, and back down your forearms. Now, what you want to do is when you push up, you want to alternate as you're straightening your arms. So alternate each hand as you push up. You don't want to keep pushing up on the same arm. So, all right, relax for a second, Dorothy. And now give us a full plank.
Okay.
So full plank position, a little bit more advanced here. Now, go down on your. So when she pushes up, she's going to push up on the opposite hand. If you can get here, if you can do a couple reps, that's fantastic. If you can do more reps, keep pushing yourself a little bit. If you're not quite here yet, don't worry about it. You'll get there. Start on your knees, then come into a plank position and start pushing up. Just do a couple more here, Dorothy. And come back on your forearms and then hold that right there. I like to hold that to finish this set off for 5 seconds. So we'll count down 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. So that's another a really nice core workout that has you in a different position. Many times, most of our core ab type of workouts are on our back. So that's it's a really nice one to flip over. I think that's good. We're almost at 30 minutes now. I said 20. So there's a couple more, but let's save them for another video another time.
Okay.
So we're going to use this as an off day type of exercise. So as we talked about within the group, there's no real off days. This is just a type of off day. So get your core. I just want to see if we have any questions or anything going on here. Get your core workouts in. It's very important. It's fantastic to get your workouts in the morning and then get on with your day. 5 a.m. is a little early. Well, we'll give you more times moving forward. Many of you might see this video when we're not live.
Yes.
So thanks so much for being with us for the group. We're really enjoying the private group. We're having a blast. We're getting so many nice comments and little testimonials. That means so much. So thanks for hanging out with us within the group. Thanks for being part of our True Form Life community and for being here for these live events. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to do them for you guys. And if you guys are coming in and checking them out, then we'll just continue to do more of them.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we'll cut it off here and we'll see you guys within the group.